give the video a like if you can. I definitely don't know if I hit the point home in the last video. I think I tried to make a point and then I babbled on for 20 minutes. So long story short is I was definitely in the one of, like, I would say top 10, one of the world's most beautiful cities in the world. And definitely it's like top 2 in Canada, at least. I would say it's the most beautiful city in Canada. Well, I've been in almost every city, so yeah, I would say it's the most beautiful city in Canada. And like, it's a city with constant things going on. It's different than all the other cities. One, because it's French Canadian. It's not like Anglo Canadian. Or Saxo Canadian, or however the hell you say that. It is an extremely unique city, and same with the province too. Like, there was and like, my frustration with myself is, I guess I thought I'd be there forever, and I spent so much time on my phone. I spent so much time getting high, and that, like, just sitting and staring up in the ceiling or watching Family Guy. You can watch Family Guy from wherever. And I was in the most beautiful city in the world. I was in a city with 4 million people, the cultural capital of my country, with, like, even going up in any place I ever walked in Montreal. It was so beautiful, and it just felt relaxing. Everywhere was a piece of art, like the graffiti, everything. It's just like, it sometimes almost felt worth all the taxes I was paying. For one, the streets were constantly cleaned, and there was just constant, like, art everywhere. And it was like almost weekly they would change the street, like the city would change the street art, and like and then, like, artists themselves would be going out, like, privately and just, like, doing this funky street art in the street, and like graffiti, and like streets were closed down all summer, and then graffiti everywhere. And it's like, there was a lot of connections. I was sitting here thinking, like, kind of getting mad at myself, but it's a lesson learned, I guess, of all of the possible connections and events I could have done, and all the other moments of happiness, because I had so much fun in the last month. But that was like a month where I just didn't work, and I just experienced everything I could experience, and I went out every single night. And doing that made me happy, but it also made me realize, it's like, why was I a coward? Why did I not put myself out there before? Like, more? Why was I not more brave? And, like, instead of sitting at home, oh, they don't like Anglophones here, and, like, just basically, a lot of my time in Quebec, I wasted, and I got high, and I stared at my phone, and I did endless scrolling, and it's like, that's a hell of its own, just being stuck on your phone. Some mornings I would have wasted like 4 hours, and I know I'm not the only person to ever done that, but it's like, and like, you could walk up and down the same street every day, or like a main street, and there was like something new going on. I just would bump into a lot of people and talk to people, and, oh, where are you from? And there was just amazing art exhibits everywhere, where there was like street dancers, and like, some near the end I got some of this stuff on shorts, and it's a memory, and like, I'm just like regretting that so deeply. And I'm honestly I just arrived in Winnipeg. I'm like sitting here, I'm like barely unpacking, and it's like, I don't want to unpack. I almost want to just go there. I want to go back. I want to hit up my old landlord and be like, yo, like, I'll stay. Just like, I almost want to go back right now. And it was very logical and without feeling that I made this decision. And it's like, I just want to go back and experience life more there, and meet more people. But I guess the only thing I can change is in the future, and even right now, like, I think I'm going to use this loneliness to become more of a person that I want to become. And I'm just so, it's hard to describe the beauty there. And even like the little borough I was in, like, it was just beautiful. Like, everything 3 stories, all the tiny little townhouses, and like how close all my neighbors, I felt super close with all my neighbors. I never really felt that close with my neighbors in Manitoba. And all different, like, one set of neighbors was from Switzerland, and then like there was a couple like from France, and like there was like, like just like the Colombian neighbors above me, and then like there's a couple dudes that lived beside me, and I sing buddy with them, and never like hung out with them, but like chatted a lot with them all the time, and it's just like, why did I not, like, there was so many small events that I could have went to and put myself out there and like looked more on Facebook and went out more, and I just didn't. I just wasted so much goddamn time getting high, and like there was times where I had breakups, and so, and like here's the thing, there's like just anything you can think of in a big city, they just have more, like they had a way better rock climbing wall than I've ever been in Winnipeg, and they had like multiple of them. So it's like, why didn't I go to all these walls and like do the free trial? You know, like I only went to one ever, and like you know, I only went to like 2 gyms my whole time there, or 3 gyms. It's like, why didn't I like go around the whole city experiencing all the like the gyms? There was like, it was called Econo Fitness, and I was signed up to it for like 2 years, and it's like, why? And it sucked when it closed down during like the COVID lockdowns, but it's like, why didn't I like go take the metro around the city? And like, why? I wish I kind of took the metro to every single like stop and got off. I did most of the stops, but out of like the 30, I'd use like 10 of them the most. And I wish, I don't know, like I don't know if this is healthy, me just kind of spewing this out there, but it's just like, I wasted so much time on my phone, and it pisses me off. And I wish I could, if I could go back, yeah, for one, I would treat Audrey better, and 2, I would like just, even after a breakup, I would have spent like a lot more time just putting myself out there, going to like drawing classes and art classes. Is like, to tell people I took an art class in Montreal, like that'd be cool, you know, like, and you know, like even though Toronto was like a bigger city, and it just didn't, the culture wasn't there, and I wish I just did more. And I didn't go snowboarding there at all. And like Quebec, it's not mountains like Vancouver or anything like that, but it's like there's these like big, just massive like rock heaps everywhere. They're kind of mountains, not really. They're hills, but they're massive hills. Like they take like an hour and a half to hike up. That's how big they are. And they're like, I was told they're like pieces of a meteorite or something like that. Like just because they're these random scattered like clumps of rock that are really massive everywhere. And it's like, why didn't there's lots of places I could have went hiking, and I didn't. I should have definitely, and you know what, and it was also a lesson, because during my time there, I think I let the language barrier get to me sometimes, and I became a negative person. So then, therefore, like I think less people maybe wanted to hang around me, and I just kind of like spun in my own negativity, and then, you know, just sat at home, got high, and stared at the ceiling. I'm happy I went out a lot at the end, but I wish I did it more. And not even just went out, but like more experiences I could have had, like daytime stuff. Like there's this go-kart place I wanted to try. I never tried it. It's like all those times I wasted almost a whole day on my cell phone. The go-kart place could have been that day, you know. I don't know. I'm just trying to put this out there so people heed the warning. It's like, it is such a waste of a life to be on your phone like that. Like you can be on your phone anywhere, like, and you can get high and watch Family Guy anywhere. Like, I don't know. If you're somewhere like a place like Montreal, please go and enjoy it. Like, go spend as much time as you can anywhere, and even just like the experience of like there's so many coffee I feel like in Winnipeg there's like 10 coffee shops here. In Montreal there was like hundreds, and every time I went to any of them, it was like I talked to someone new, and then like, you know, and it's just like I should have had more of that. It would have enriched my life even more, and yeah, I just feel stuck. I feel like getting in the car and driving back to Montreal right now. Anyway, sorry for another sappy upload. Yeah, so maybe the Winnipeg brings that out in me. I don't know. It's a lot like, it looks like a lot like Eastern Europe here. It's very gray and really spread out. And yeah, I just want to get out of here again. It's a nice city. I don't hate it, but I'm extremely proud to be from Winnipeg too. Like I felt really tough being from Winnipeg. Like people would be like, "Oh, you're from Winnipeg. Oh, you must be a little crazy." Like no, not really, but like it is known more for its violent crime and like super harsh cold weather. So yeah, when it was minus 15 in Montreal, I'd wear a goddamn sweater like a champ, and I'd walk around everywhere, every area at like, I remember downtown 4 a.m. wasted, riding on my not wasted on the Segway, but I'd ride my Segway at like 4 in the morning, or I'd be like longboard. My first year I'd longboard, I'd just walk around, and it's like I didn't feel fear in the downtown Montreal. Yet in the downtown of Winnipeg, I wouldn't do that past 9 p.m. So I fucking miss Montreal, and I fucking regret all the time I just like sat at home, got high, and stared at my phone. Or like even like I just wish I went to the gym more. It's like not even just like the nightclub stuff, but there was paddleboarding, there's hiking, there's a lot of things I wish I did more of. Like I wish I spent more. I bought a scooter, an electric scooter, and there's all these wonderful bike paths. It's like all that time on the phone that could have been. I wish like these parks that I spent. Some of these parks I went to almost every other day, but I just wish I spent more time at these parks because these were some of the most beautiful places in the world. I wish I'd spent more time there I wish all the time that I spent on my phone would have been like in these parks or going out at night or rock climbing or doing like more. I can't even describe the bike paths there. Like it's so interconnected. They go everywhere. It was actually quicker for me to take a bike path to downtown from Verdun than it was for me to drive. I actually like only in the 2 years I was there, I drove downtown three times. One was near the end and twice near the beginning, and then like my girlfriend at the time was like, yeah, it's actually easier if you just bike down there or you take the metro or a bus. So it's like, okay. I hope I got my point across. Sorry. But I don't know, I hope people learn from this lesson of like there's so much, like any city anywhere, there's so much more to do than just being on your fucking cell phone all day. Like I want to go back there just to do a couple more things. And then I feel like wasting the money to fly back there and like putting my life on hold here for another week or two and just fly back there, you know, and just like visit some more people and like, I don't know, instead of this endless fucking scroll on my phone like an idiot. But it's a lesson learned. Maybe I'll go back there to snowboard. Because boy, do I miss that place already. But then it's like, well, maybe I should not just get stuck there. Maybe I should visit Miami or go to Vancouver again. Or I don't know. But again, you guys have a great day. Sorry for the long upload. And sorry for just basically repeating myself for half an hour in 10 minutes in this one and 20 minutes in the other one. Yeah, make sure to comment and all that. And thanks for watching along. Thank you.